Okay, welcome to Chair Yoga. My name's Tanya. I'll be leading you through this practice. Don't do anything that hurts you, and take care of yourself. My ego's not involved in this class, so do what you can. Okay, we will start with a form of meditation, a body scan. So I want you to take this time to sit back in your chair. Let the back of the chair support you. We're just going to go head to toe, and I'm going to suggest parts of your body that you relax. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to just relax that part of your body. And all you have to do is think about it. So when I say your knees, all you have to do is think about your knees. And when I say relax your ankles, all you have to do is think about your ankles and they'll just automatically just relax. Okay? So no need to clear your mind of any thoughts and stuff. As thoughts come in, we just acknowledge them. Like, look at me thinking about scallops for dinner. Just acknowledge them and then send them on their way. If you need to come back to something and focus, we have that counted breath where the exhale is longer than the inhale. So you start to get distracted, you do that 4-2-6 breath. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, and then exhale for 6. So it's the longer exhale that we're looking for to get you back on your meditation track. Okay, again, sit back in your chair. Let the chair support you for this exercise. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and if you don't, just look on the floor in front of you about 3 feet and just kind of zone out. Okay, so start to relax your head. Start to relax the top of your head. Start to relax the thoughts in your head. So inhale and exhale, relaxing your head. Maybe that could mean relaxing your scalp, or you can giggle about the idea of relaxing your hair, but relax, relax, relax your top of your head. Relax your eyes and your eye sockets. So inhale and exhale, relax your eyes. Relax your cheeks. And relax your jaw. So how do you relax your jaw? It's somewhere where we harbor a lot of tension from not saying things that we would like to say, or just being polite. So maybe take your tongue off the roof of your mouth and let your mouth just splay open a bit. Think about your jawbone, how it's separate from your skull, and just try to relax, relax, relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders, let them hang heavy. So you can just relax your shoulders and let them go down, or you can bring them up to your ears like tension, 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 and then drop them down and release them like that. It's kind of like a deflating. So relax your shoulders, relax your collarbone, and then start to travel down your arms. So relaxing your biceps and your triceps. Relaxing your elbows, relaxing your forearms, relaxing your wrists, and then a little movement in your fingers. So just moving your fingers, wrapping or tapping. They're on your lap, they're on the chair, however they're on your dog. So just moving your fingers a little bit and then bringing them to stillness and just relaxing your hands. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's relax our midsection. So just kind of letting your belly go soft. Maybe take an inhale and then again, maybe a little deflating. Just relax, relax, relax your core. Relax your hips next. So another place where we harbor a lot of tension is in your hips. So we really want to try to let that go. So just try to relax your hips. So what would you do if I suggested relaxing your hips like 10% more? Can you relax your hips a little more? So if you need a little suggestion on that, maybe it's widening your knees a little bit or wiggling, shaking side to side in your hips, but just bring the hips to a little bit more relaxation. Relax, relax, relax the hips. Relax your thighs, let them just melt into the chair. Relax your knees. Your amazing knees. Relax the lower portion of your legs, so your calves and your shins. Relax, relax, relax. Relax your ankles. And relax your toes. So either inside your shoes or outside your shoes, just giving your toes a little wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then bring your toes to stillness and just relax your feet. Notice the ground beneath you, always keeping you grounded and rooted. Nice deep inhale, hold, and an exhale. And we'll flutter open our eyes and come back to the group. Here we are. Okay, so adjusting our posture next from this relaxed seated position to using our back muscles a little bit more. So sitting up away from the chair if it's comfortable for you. Stacking all of our joints, so maybe our shoulders over our hips, we go back a little bit, then getting our ears over our shoulders, which can tend to make a little double chin type of situation. You want a neutral spine though. We're just sitting in a perfect-ish posture just for a moment or two. You don't have to hold it, but just checking in with your body about what that might feel like. Inhale and exhale. And we'll start with our neck. So we'll just bring our chin up towards the sky. And then exhale. You can bring your chin to your chest and feel that nice stretch there. And inhale up. So we're moving with the breath. And exhale down. And so for this last one, think about stretching through your throat as opposed to your neck, so the front of your neck. Inhale on up, so your throat. And exhale, chin comes to chest. You can leave your chin tucked in here. We're gonna go to owl gazes back. We're gonna bring our hands to the outside of the armrest. Palms are gonna face forward. Thumbs are out to the side. Our chin is still tucked in towards our chest. And we're just gonna work with our gaze and move our neck a little bit. So turn over to gaze at your right thumb. So you're looking down and at an angle to your right thumb. And then inhale through center. Look down and at your left thumb. And one more time, inhale through center, look down at your right thumb. And inhale through center, look down at your left thumb. All right, bring your head back to center and up to neutral. And just bring these hands out to the side. So palms are gonna be up and thumbs are back. We're gonna do some reaching to side. So maybe pretending you have a nice sweet treat in your right hand. So flip your left hand over and we're gonna reach over to the right. So shifting our body weight over here, like here, Grams, here's your cupcake. And then come through center, flip your right hand down, left hand goes up. Here, Frankie, here's your cupcake. And one more time through center. Inhale, come through center, flip and reach. Inhale, come through center, flip and reach. come back to center. Drop your arms. And Yogi's Choice on a shoulder roll. So this is a great time for a mind-body connection, checking in with your body, seeing what you need to feel comfortable. Nothing should ever feel pinchy or anything like that. So, or cranked or spazzy. So just checking in. Do you need to move a certain way? Do you need to roll your shoulders? Do all that, get comfortable, then roll your shoulders a couple times. Then we're going to bring some organization to our shoulder roll. I usually only roll my shoulders back because so often during the day we're forward, we're doing stuff. So I tend to just open it up, just bigger bang for your buck. And so that breath we talked about before, that counted breath where we hold the inhale and have the longer exhale. Let's do that with the shoulders. So your inhale will be your shoulders coming up to your ears. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift your shoulder blades together. Hold 1, 2. And then slide your shoulder blades down your back as you exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do that 4 more times together. Inhale up. Shift back. Exhale down. Inhale up. Shift back. Exhale down. Inhale up. Shift back. Exhale down. And last one, inhale up. Shift back. And exhale down. All right. So if you're ever feeling stressed in traffic or just from your neighbor or friend or yourself, 5 shoulder rolls might bring you right back to where you need to be. So let's start with some movements of the spine. So the spine moves 6 ways. If you're ever wanting to move your body and you're not sure what yoga moves to do, just think of the spine and the different ways that it moves. So let's first move laterally, so side to side. You can just go side to side like this. I like to think about, what if you're at home and seated, didn't want to get up, and you dropped a cookie? So can you reach down to the side and grab a cookie? Couple of those. Also laterally, you can put your hand next to your head and go up and over. I like to call like a rainbow, up and over. Inhale through center, up and over. Inhale through center, up and over. And inhale through center, up and over. So I notice you might not see my head in all this, but you know what's going on. This is another lateral move, and then you can do this at the end, and you can go right into forward and backwards. So bring your hands behind your head. We make a lot of references to food around me. So these are our chips, and we're just gonna dip the chip. So dip the chip, and then use your core muscles to pull yourself back up. Inhale, dip the chip, pull it back up. Dip the chip, pull up, and dip the chip, and pull up. And so while we're here, we're going to our first micro back bend. We'll just keep our hands behind our head and take our chin and lift up towards the sky. Look, use your eyes too. Take a breath or 2 here. Sometimes it feels restricted, but sometimes you're restricted in life and you have to remain calm and continue breathing. So here's our micro back bend. Inhale and exhale. Bring our head to neutral. Release the arms. Bring them on down. Maybe some shoulder rolls here. And so opposite of back is forward. So we'll do our first forward fold. Inhale on up. Exhale, forward fold.
You can let your head hang a little bit here, and you can say yes with your head and then no with your head. Bring your hands out to the side, palms face the center again. Push through your feet and come up and around.
Above your head, hands together and down to your heart for Anjali Mudra. Let's do that one more time right from here. Let's go straight up from here. Inhale on up. Exhale, come all the way down.
Palms out to the side, push through your feet, come on up.
And down to the heart. Okay, so we did side, side, front, back, and now the other moves are twist and twist. And so pick your own how you want to provide the twist. You could be already here and you can just do a twist like this. You can just put your arm around the back of the chair and this here and start here for a twist and then go a little bit deeper by suggesting inhaling and sitting up a bit taller, getting some space between the vertebrae, and then exhale, going a little bit deeper and turning a little bit farther behind you. And you can hold there, and sometimes again in that uncomfortableness. And breathe, and then just come up and then do the other side in any way. I have a kind of a funny thing, or if this class you're doing with weights, you could have a weight, or sometimes I just say a really heavy baby, and we've named him Henry. So like you lift Henry up and he's above your head like Warrior One. Inhale. So you have to lift Henry. You can't just place him in the air. You have to engage everything and give a little lift, and then bring Henry over to the right. And then heave-ho him up. Exhale to the left, or you're bringing Henry to the left. Inhale up. Right. Up. And left. And so if you are playing the Henry game, you can hinge forward as much as you can with that heavy baby, and then put him down and then drop your head. And you can also say to him here, yes, no, and then come on up. So just leading your class through the movements of the spine in whatever way works for you. And a little sustainable yoga. I usually yap a lot, but if they could roll their wrists each day and their ankles, that would be awesome. That is nice preventable measures, especially in the fall and winter. If they were to fall, let's go the other way with the wrists. Specifically with their ankles, if you're rolling your ankle and your ankle goes like this, you've already done that today. Then if you're walking in the snow or you slip on the wet leaves, your ankle's already been like this, and most likely you can recover a little bit as opposed to having a fall. So again, that's a little sustainable yoga, the wrists and the ankles. So we've rotated the wrist one way, the other way, and then we do a stop and kiss the queen. So it's a point and flex for your hands. So it's a straight arm exercise. I do remind them when there's a straight arm exercise, because that seems to be hard to think about straightening your arms, and I don't like to point people out. There's my Dale. That's my favorite goat. My Dale boy. And so it's a straight arm movement. We come forward, straight arms, and we push through like the bottom part of our palm and separate our fingers and really feel the stretch of all the tendons. And so I also call this an aggressive stop. Stop. And then we flip them down, kiss the queen. Stop, kiss the queen. Stop, kiss the queen, and stop and kiss the queen. Okay, so that's good for the arms, and then so the legs, or the ankles rather, we roll the ankles one way, and then roll them the other way. And so now a point and flex. And so point, and I try to suggest pointing hard to just get all those little muscles and bones in our feet engaged and working. Point, and then flex the toes towards your face, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. Okay, while we're already here, just a little help on the hips really quick is just getting our heels together. Woo-wee! And then our toes. Heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. Okay, bring it on down. Sit back up if you found yourself relaxing back. Depending on what kind of chair you have, you need to really do that. And let's move towards the bottom half of our body. So we're gonna take a widest stance as we can, a hip opener here. So it's only gonna be for a moment. Come as wide as you can, not falling over, not only as wide as you can, but also take your feet out to the side. So inhale and exhale, feel the stretch in your inner thighs. And so all we're gonna do is heel toe our legs together. So come up on your heels with toes in the air and pivot the toes towards the center. Come up on your toes, pivot the heels. Toes in the air, pivot. Heels in the air, pivot. So everyone's gonna be different, but eventually you get just about right here with your legs. And so while we're right here, let's try, and this is a newer thing we've been doing, so it's okay if it's hard, is just running in place. So like a 1-2 tempo. Running in place, doing the vibrations. And so we'll go wide and narrow with our running. Bring it out wide and bring it narrow. And bring it wide and bring it narrow and bring it wide and bring it narrow and bring it wide and bring it narrow. Okay, now we got to get over the baby gate. So let's work on those hips and that flexibility, that mobility. And so open, go over the gate and over the gate and back in and back in. Out and out. In and in. Out and out. In and in. Okay. Take your legs out wide again, and we're gonna go reaching on down. Let's say you have 2 coolers under here, under your legs, 2 coolers. We're taking a hand. So sometimes in the fall, I say we're picking apples. So make up your own story about like what you're grabbing. This is the move. You're coming down, you're pausing here, and then you're making it a second move to twist behind you. So taking your right hand, going underneath the left leg. If you can come down to the ground, that's awesome. Grab the item, come up again, maybe something from the cooler, and then twist behind you and hand it out at the cookout. Dive on down. 3 of these. Come up at the cookout. If you think that they can go a little deeper, you can suggest that they, incorporate their shoulder blade a little dramatically on like the last one. So they're like really engaging the shoulder blade here, coming up and twisting back. All right, then you come to center and we do that mind-body connection. So, encouraging students, inviting them anytime during the day that they can just check in with themselves and see if there's a way they need to move. Is there something feeling crinky or cranky or stuck or sticky? So they just move however they need. And then we'll get ready to do the left hand and getting something out of the cooler or whatever story you come up with. Left hand, come out, grab, come up and back, dive down, come back, and dive down. You can use your shoulder blade extra, and come back. So here we are back here in that mind-body connection, just moving a little bit, seeing what you need so you feel good. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. So let's take the same kind of idea, bring our legs in a little bit, and it's gonna be straight arms. We're gonna take our left arm. Actually, first, let's play with our fingers a little bit. You can do this one at a time, or in here maybe you have your own finger stuff that you can add in. All of these clients would love some dexterity help. So if you have like little fun games, definitely sprinkle them in, make this yours. They'll be excited to see some of the moves that they're comfortable with, and maybe some extra ones, especially if they're fun and not difficult, like some finger stuff. And so I'm just gonna put this in here because this exercise, this little move here, everything I say comes back to the thumb. So I think it's hard to do them both at the same time. Like, everybody visits the thumb. Pointer finger visits the thumb. Middle finger visits the thumb. Ring finger visits the thumb. Pinky visits the thumb. And then we go back. Pinky visits the thumb. Ring finger visits the thumb. Middle finger visits the thumb. Pointer finger visits the thumb. Okay, so now we're serving some more food at the cookout. Your left hand comes out, the sweet treats are on the left hand. You're taking your pointer finger and your thumb. This is your tongue. It's a straight arm movement. You're grabbing something off of the tray. I'm just turning to the side so you can see better. And then it's coming up next to your head, and you're looking over your shoulder, and the palm is facing up. So you would be like this, looking back. And so you look over your shoulder and you organize the fingers here. So you have middle finger and thumb is now coming forward to do the work. There, it's the tongue for the goodies. So straight arm, right? It comes here, grabs it, goes back, organize here, middle finger and thumb. Whoop. And you can feel this all down your side. Pinky and thumb, do. Here we go, we grab it. And we go back, and you remind everybody to breathe, because a lot of people are concentrating so much that they are not breathing. And more it's for like a little giggle. Who's not breathing? Did you breathe? I'm not breathing, so I know you might not be, stuff like that, because it's good to be aware and mindful of when we hold our breath during the day. So a good time to talk about that, because they're probably concentrating. Right palm comes out, you have your tongue, and it goes back, and you serve it. You look over your left shoulder, and you organize your middle finger and your thumb. That comes forward. Grab it and back. Ring finger and thumb. And pinky and thumb. And down we go. All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna pause this because it's about 30 minutes. And sometimes we'll use weights for a lot of the classes. We use weights, except for the church class. But the church class we stand, so that takes up some good time. If you're at Thurwood, we're not standing, so the weights are going to be a bigger part of it. So let me pause and get some water and get some weights, and then I'll do a part